Alrighty, let's get after it. 4/15/2025, 5:00 p.m. on the dot. We got some things to talk about, per usual. Things to discuss. We got some things a little darker than others, I guess, depending on the topic. But Matt, don't worry. We did see your latest comment, and we are going to discuss that. I do want to start off by saying, though, that let me get the comment up for sure, so I can not butcher it, because I don't obviously remember it exactly off the top of my head.
Was
word
this
for word.
was this on the YouTube or on
This was on
Spotify?
the Spotify. So he said, I'm back. Let's talk about MJ versus LeBron. There's nothing else to talk about. Golf is boring. NASCAR sucks now. F1 is king. Baseball is boring. I've watched a million baseball games. My brother got drafted by Pirates. Never made the pros, though.
What?
I would like to discuss that with you, actually. If you're listening, I would like to talk about that and potentially have him on. Camaros are better than Mustangs, Challengers, Chargers. That's what I wanted to talk about. I wholeheartedly agree. The Camaro is my favorite car ever created. Specifically, the most cliche one would be the 1969 Camaro. Not the Rally Sport, though. I don't want the headlight covers. I like the open face.
Yes.
The open face. I love that car so much that it is the background on my phone. So, just to prove it. But yeah. No, there's nothing. I'm not going to prove you wrong on the Camaro because I agree. I mean, I agree with you. Granted, at this point in time, the Camaro is not the fastest out of all. I guess it really depends on all the trim levels. Of the three main muscle cars, are three American manufacturers. Granted, the Camaro is not being made anymore, so R.I.P. to the king. But I'm sure they'll bring it back one day. It's just like 2002 all over again.
Yeah.
But the Challenger and Charger are obviously, the Hellcat, whatever. I mean, cool, whatever. They were cool when they first came out. Now they're everywhere.
They're still badass, but yeah, too many people have them.
Yeah.
But the Chargers and the Chargers, I'm not a huge fan of. Me and my brother have talked about this actually, and it's a lot of
facelift. I'm not that fan of. Not that big of a fan of.
I don't hate the way they look, but the idea of them being a 4-door is like what's weird. It's like it's just a
lame.
sedan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate the way they look, but yeah, as a muscle car, it's like
I also hate how heavy they are. I don't want a 5,000-pound muscle car.
Yeah, that is a big problem. That's kind of a big problem with really any car today besides a Mustang.
Yeah.
Which is probably another reason why they're kind of the best right now. Currently, Mustangs are easily the best.
Yeah.
Like what Ford is doing with the Mustang is the best.
Except the way they look. I don't like the S650.
Like the new
yeah,
or
like the newest one.
Oh, yeah, they look kind of goo. I think
I
I've
don't
seen
like
one
the rear
the other.
end. The rear end is not.
Yeah.
It's very angled and like it looks like someone took a piece of bread and like smashed it, so it kind of like angled down and got really thin towards the end. I don't like that. My buddy just bought one, so that's why like I've seen one in person, and yeah, I just don't like the rear end. For me, my favorite Mustang would probably be the 2013, 2014. That is.
I did love when that one came out. They
especially the GT500.
I know
the
they
GT500
so
was
sick.
awesome.
I'm not gonna lie though, I've grown very, very fond of the 2019 like Powers' Mustang.
Yeah,
dude, that body style is. I think they
I do like
fucking nailed it with that.
That is nice. I mean, it was obviously the 10-speed auto.
Yeah.
Everyone creamed over, and the reason why that was such a success is because GM and Ford developed that together.
Yeah,
came in the Camaros and the Mustangs. But yeah,
one of my personal favorite Camaros, I would have to say probably my second favorite behind like a 69 Camaro, is the 35th anniversary.
Yeah, I mean
that is like
I love a catfish.
The catfish, but specifically the 35th anniversary, like that, the front end on it, just everything about them is like perfect.
The actual like 35th anniversary package with the red, with the checkered racing stripes.
Yes,
I got that model car right over there. It's on the other side of that fridge.
On the other side of that 69 Camaro up there?
No, it's like on the ledge on the back. Like if you see where that.
Oh, I see the mirror. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I got that model car, and the steering rack actually works in that model car too.
That's cool.
It is pretty cool. Eventually, once I have a legit setup, it'll be in the background. But I don't know, dude. I'd say when it comes to my second favorite Camaro, I'm actually really torn.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's either going to be an IROC.
I knew it was gonna be
It's either
that.
going to be an IROC. Dude, something about those cars is just so sweet.
Yeah, it
I
makes you
mean,
picture like leather jacket and a mullet
yeah, or a Skullet. I mean,
or a
because
skullet. Yeah.
anyone who's still like hyped over those kind of has a Skullet at this point. They're
Yeah.
so old, and I mean, I don't know. Something about them is just cool. Obviously, not the drivetrain or the powertrain.
I was gonna say they're
I'd
fucking
be
slow as shit.
ripping that motor out immediately and just throwing LS in there. Um, Either that or like, I truly love a modern day ZL1. I mean, it's hard not to.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
even like, give me a 2012. I'll take a 2012 with the 6.2 with the LS3 supercharged, the LSA. Sorry, it's the LSA. Um, those are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful. I mean, what more could you want from a 6-speed? A 6-speed supercharged V8.
Yeah, it's pretty much pretty much perfect.
I will say a very close second though is the C7 Z06.
Oh,
That
yeah,
car
that's a good point.
is beautiful. Like I see one of those.
Well, I guess we're talking about Camaros. So
That is
yeah, if
true.
we're talking
That
about
is true.
favorite Corvettes, that's a different story. Yeah, I'm torn on that though too.
Dude, that is my favorite car. I have always said that to myself. I'm like, well, the C6 ZR1 is really fucking
Bro,
sweet.
C6 has always been my favorite, but the
I say
C7
that.
made it very
That's what I'm
hard
saying.
to
That,
fucking
then
choose.
I see a C7, especially with like when it has like the aero package.
Oh, yeah.
And granted, the Z06 comes with that. But when it has the carbon splitter, it has the side skirts, it has like the little wing that's pretty much pointless, but still like, gives it basically just for looks. I'm like,
Mhm.
God, especially in the right color. I'm like, dude, that car is beautiful, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio on the power and torque. In the C7 Z06 as well, 650 to 650.
That's
So,
pretty sick.
You gotta love that. And a 7-speed manual at that too.
I'm looking for a picture because I cannot remember exactly what kind it was. There was something special about it. Here it is. My boss, my old boss, rest in peace, Dave. He bought his wife the C7 Z06 Carbon 65 package. Holy fuck. Dude,
It's nuts.
it is.
That had to be expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it in our shop right there.
God, see, that's what I'm talking about. That car is
Yeah.
just beautiful.
Yeah, it was perfect, dude. I mean,
Oh
just
man, that car is
absolutely
beautiful.
nasty. Yeah, she got rid of it though. She had a bunch of shit. She also had I forget what year it was. I think I have a picture of that too. She had another Corvette. She had a C5 Z06. She was into
Those are sweet. Actually, you don't see those often at all.
No, and especially not clean. So she was into not like collecting them, but she was into car shows and shit like real heavy. And she would go to Corvette Nationals with all of her shit. Like she had that it was a blue C5 Z06 that had I think like 16,000 miles on it.
That's crazy.
And she would spend like hours and hours just detailing each wheel and like cleaning the underside and shit because she's like they go under it with mirrors and everything. But she had every year she went, she got a gold, like first place gold with her car. But no, I guess no car ever could be like they rated them I think out of 1,000, and no car can ever beat 1,000 because
Yeah, it would have to be perfect.
yeah, they're technically like there's always going to be something. So like, but she's gotten all her medals are all like 998s, 999, 998. Like it's crazy. And then she had a Corvette Stingray that they bought that used to be Floyd Mayweather's. That was like all customed out with a 502 big block in it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Like the C3.
It was
Yeah.
it was stupid.
That is
It was
pretty
just so dumb. And she had then she went and bought one that actually it was another C5. It was a pro-charged C5 vet, and it was actually on the cover of Pro Charger magazine. It was like their car.
That's awesome.
From like I forget what year they had it on there and like what year they all like fucked with it or whatever.
That is
But yeah,
pretty sweet.
it was nuts, dude. Like seeing those cars in person and shit. She let me drive it. She gave me that one. She's like, She's like, go take it for a spin. I'm like, I don't want to do that. She was like, no, go drive it. It's fine. I'm like, really? I really don't want to do that. She's like, do it. I was like, fine. So I went and I took it down like Main Street there in Griffith. And I wanted to hammer down so fucking bad. But I'm like, if I put this thing in the ditch, I'll have to just kill myself. Like, there's no way I can live with myself after doing that to someone else's shit.
It feels so bad.
But man, getting on it a couple times, holy shit, it was so fast. I'm like, this is so sick.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
One more point to touch on that though in the comment. Obviously, until we get into that goat debate. You said you were drinking lots of bourbon. I'm just interested to see what kind of bourbon you were drinking because I'm very into bourbon, and I'm just interested to see what your taste is like. But other than that,
yeah. After Jeff Gordon left NASCAR, now it sucks. I could probably agree with that.
See, you
roughly
know
or
more than me then, because I don't follow NASCAR, so I really can't speak on that. I don't want to speak on that.
I don't follow it. I should just say I don't follow it at all. But like I said, I used to kind of keep up with it and watch it because like when my dad would when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I did know like a shitload of drivers from back then. And yeah, that like Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, that was kind of obviously like Dale Earnhardt, Michael Waltrip, Kyle Busch, all those guys. Like they're that era, like once that era kind of left, like Jeff Gordon, it was like pretty much kind of stopped following it myself.
Limited cars and Toyota Camrys. It's kind of lame. I know that is one big gripe that people have about NASCAR.
Yeah. And then the MJ LeBron thing, I don't think there's a debate.
I don't think so.
I think we've kind of already talked about this before too. I think it's pretty much in my head it's Michael Jordan.
100%. Not even just because Bulls fan from the Chicago area. My thing is, take away the argument that people will make and be like, well, the sport was so much more physical back in the day and all that kind of stuff, the fouls and all those kinds of things. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We not even going to include that though. Like I'm sure we've talked about LeBron James, a lot of his like accolades are just based off of longevity.
It's definitely
and I'm not taking away from what he's doing at this age. That is still it is impressive, but
the stats. I think when you look at his stats, it's easier to say like the longevity kind of course, points, assist, all that shit. I think when it comes to like GOAT debate, you got to look more at like finals, playoffs, shit like that. And I mean, Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals, so.
Michael Jordan also left, like, some would argue, in his prime.
It was 100% his prime. He missed 2 years of the prime of his career.
To go do a baseball side quest that was an atrocity.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do have a Michael Jordan Sox card, so.
That is pretty cool.
It is fucking sweet. Yeah.
It is still cool. I mean, granted, even if it is worth nothing.
It is basically worth nothing.
It's still just cool to be like, yeah, check this out. Some person will be like, yo, that's like fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Some young kid, like your grandchildren or something.
Right, yeah.
No, that's fake. You talking about that guy from the Bulls? No, that's fake. It's like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
He was awful.
I think another big thing for me on the Michael Jordan compared to LeBron is LeBron has actively seeked out building a fucking super team everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Like he bitched about, like I'm pretty sure it was the Heat he was talking with, like bitching about not having help, and it's like, motherfucker, you had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh with you, and who else was that? Kyle Korver was on that team too.
I believe so. I know Birdman was on that team.
Yeah, bro, he everywhere he goes, he tries to stack himself. So it's like, I mean, that's Michael Jordan didn't do that.
Yeah,
they didn't really have that.
One thing about LeBron that's pretty lame too is like self-proclaiming yourself as the king. You can't give yourself the nickname.
Yeah, nobody. That is another thing, and I'm sure that will change maybe once he retires and time goes on and people do start telling stories about like playing against LeBron and shit. But there is something about watching old videos of like, I mean, just anybody who played against Michael Jordan and talking about like, yeah, we were doing all right. I just watched a video actually yesterday. I can't remember who the fuck it was. It was when they were playing the Magic. And I forget the dude's name, whoever like was like kind of like bossing MJ around a bit in that game, and he's like, yeah, and that was when Michael Jordan had just came back, so he was wearing 45, and he went up to MJ, he's like, hey, 45 is not 23, and the dude who was telling the story was like talking about the guy who said it, and he goes, I didn't know he said that to him until after watching The Last Dance thing, and he goes, man, when we found out, he's like, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, you just woke up like Jesus. Like, you can't do that. Don't give him no fuel. And he's like, yeah, sure enough. Next game, he comes out. He's like, he goes, they announced the whole team. He comes, he's still wearing his jacket. He never took his jacket off. He goes, and right before the game was about to start, he walks on the court. He takes that fucking jacket off. He's got 23 on his back. He goes, oh God. Oh God. I'm like, dude, yeah, that's how it was. Like, there's so many stories about dudes like scared of Michael Jordan. Like, if you fucking talk shit to him at all, if you did anything, he just
ultimate competitor.
Yeah, and that, like you said, he didn't go out of his way being like, I'm the king, I'm this, I'm the best. Like, he was like, I'll fucking show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you. And then just shit all over your head, and you're like, all right. I mean, that to me is another reason why, I mean, like you said, just self-proclaiming you, like, to self-proclaim yourself the best. It's kind of like
it's a cornball move. I mean,
it's
just a cornball move. It's a terrible look. I mean,
yeah. Yes, it definitely
again,
is
not
terrible.
taking away from LeBron James, and
he's incredible.
yeah,
He is truly incredible and legitimately, arguably, easily on paper, the second greatest player of all time.
100%.
Like, second best. No questions asked.
There's no debate there.
No, yeah. There is no debate, but in my personal opinion, I would say that he is not better than Michael Jordan.
No, definitely not.
And there's a whole video on it, actually. If you guys are interested, anybody's interested who's listening, it's very, very thorough. It's actually the best video I've ever watched. It's called, and it's probably blown up now, I'm sure, and maybe this is the one maybe a lot of people have seen. It's called Jordan vs. LeBron, the best GOAT comparisons by Danger Productions. This dude breaks down every type of stat that there is, like shooting in the clutch, all this other shit, and
he goes like full math nerd, like money ball on this.
Full math nerd on it, and he's like, it really comes down to just one. It's the simple explanation here. Michael Jordan's better. Like, it's all it comes down to. Every stat. He's like, he wasn't winning MVP, Finals MVP, winning the finals, and Defensive Player of the Year like every fucking year. Like, look, Michael Jordan was doing that every year. He's Defensive Player of the Year. Like, he was so
just nuts.
Unbelievably good.
He's just nuts.
In an era with guys that are also talked about as like some of the best of all time. Like, it's crazy. There's a lot of talent right now in the NBA, and there's a lot of these guys are.
I would argue this is the most talented the NBA's ever been.
Yeah, and
107%.
I do think that a lot of that talent also comes out due to the fact that, yeah, like softer league and shit like that. Like, how many of these guys would really be as dominant as they are if they were able to get fucking elbowed in the face and punched and
that would also,
all the other crazy shit that they used to do back then.
I've said though that they're a lot more athletic. Like,
yeah, 100%.
It's insane.
Not just like every sport now.
Yeah, they're freaks. I mean, they're just freaks.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of, yeah, I'm trying to think of what sport I was thinking of where I'm like, the only sport you kind of, it's hard to debate on like who's the best, right? Like, cause like, who's the best running back of all time?
I honestly feel like that's very.
A lot of people, because even my dad was like, he's like, I'd say it's Walter Payton. He's like, he didn't have a fucking team. He was the Bears. Like, the Bears had nothing.
He was a team. He had a short career.
Yeah, of course. But like, and that's one of those things where you're like, okay, and then you look at like guys like Eric Dickerson, and it's like, well, why isn't it him? Why isn't it this guy? Why isn't it Marshall Faulk? Why isn't it LT? Like,
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian
Peterson needs to be in that discussion.
Exactly. There's a million. So, but like, it's hard because you go, well, yeah, the era of football is also same with like, who's the best, Tom Brady, or is it going to be fucking Patrick Mahomes? And then there's going to be that debate. I'm like, well, Mahomes wasn't hit like Brady was hit, and this and that. It's real hard to do that, but I feel like I think it was baseball that I was thinking is like probably the only one where you could.
Yeah, like dudes from like Babe Ruth is not touching anything. Like today.
Oh no, I don't know. I think he could. I think Babe Ruth could hit today. I know the pitching has changed, and obviously
Immensely.
velocity, spin rate, all that shit is like way through the roof and everything like that.
There's
But it's all still hitting a ball.
off-speed.
But it is all still hitting a ball. Like you're standing. It's not. Like the athleticism of hitting a ball that didn't change. Hitting a ball,
That
granted,
is true. But things are so much fast. I would say just more of a mental thing than anything for baseball, from the difference between that and so much faster off speed. Again, like we talked about, the amount of time you have to decipher what kind of pitch is being thrown at you to sit on it or not.
I agree, yeah, but I also do think like you want to talk about like mentally, it's like these guys were smoking fucking cigs in the dugout and drinking all night the night before and getting fucked up and wasted before games and shit and still crushing 750 fucking home runs.
Yeah.
Like these guys weren't in a gym 7 days a week training and doing.
This is why Barry Bonds needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say that.
Yeah, Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. It's bullshit, but
Just because he used steroids. He was a freak before the steroids. I mean,
he was really good before steroids.
yeah, he was nuts.
But the steroids, he doubled in size. I mean, it is
Yeah, he doubled
crazy
his size.
looking
He
how
hit
small
a check
he was.
swing. He hit a home run off a check swing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's not forget that, people. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
that clip, look it up. Barry Bonds check swings, and then it goes out.
I mean, he was absolutely absurdly, yeah.
Dude, I mean, I just want to, like, that's when I wish, like, these stupid semantics would have been out. And I'm sure they probably were. You probably could look it up. But, like, his bat speed.
Yeah, right.
Like, the speed of his swing, because, again, just to go, and it's like, oh, see a ball. Like, thanks.
Yeah, right. And how much like torque he would have had to have on that to get. Yeah. What stadium was that in? I mean, this is like a long lost cause trying to figure this out. No way we're gonna.
I don't
know
know.
off the top
I'm
of
just
our
going to
heads,
Google
but-
it.
Yeah, I'm curious what stadium that was in because I'm pretty sure it was like obviously like a short porch stadium. I can't remember who it was against. I'll never remember it.
Okay, we might be wrong. Are we wrong? Are we wrong on the check swing home run?
I mean, I don't think it wasn't an actual check swing, like a stop the bat halfway
Yeah.
around, but I mean, it was like a half-ass, like he didn't want to swing. He like swung like shit
Yeah.
is what it was. But yeah, I mean, you'd call it a check swing, I guess. But
Yeah, I'd have to. I can't find it. But, nevertheless, whatever. It is what it is. Barry Bonds. Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
was it? No, you're thinking. No. Now I know what we're thinking of. You're thinking of when he broke his bat hitting a home run.
Oh, yeah.
Because it looks like it. Yeah, the bat broke. Yeah, it was against the Marlins. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
here we go.
crazy.
It's this clip. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
600 career home runs.
Bro, that is absurd.
Yeah.
That is
Encarnacion is
absurd.
back.
Look, yeah, little bit of a short porch there,
Can
but
you
Yeah.
believe it?
Dang it,
Can
I
you
wish I could show you
believe
guys.
it?
I gotta figure out how to get like on TV.
Shattered the lumber and hit a
Do that.
home
But yeah,
run.
just look it up. Yeah. Breaks his bat on a home run.
virtually a check swing because there is how you got any power out of a broken bat hit.
Oh, 100%. Let me see. Home runs. Yeah, he's at 762. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
what was the
think about-
record? 756, right? Hank Aaron?
Yeah.
756.
Oh, also, it's Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Shout
forgot
out.
about that. Shout out Jackie Robinson. Yeah, this guy's a freak, dude.
I guess we could stick on baseball.
We can stick on baseball. That's fine. This guy's a freak.
Man, the Cubs blew one yesterday. They looked pretty.
They did. They were on an absolute tear.
They're still playing. They're playing great fucking ball. They're
R.I.P. Justin Steele, though. I just want to say that real quick. I don't know if we talked about that
We
last
did.
episode. Okay, we
Yeah,
did.
we did.
R.I.P.
They actually.
He's
they're
not dead, just Tommy John, so might as well be dead.
Yeah, he might. Well, they don't know yet, so they
I
haven't.
thought they already said that, yes, he does have to have Tommy John.
No. Well, maybe this is within the last day. I think
I
it
think
was
it was,
yesterday.
I think it was yesterday when I seen that.
Okay, so maybe it was Sunday that I was reading that they didn't know. They hadn't decided they were getting a second opinion whether or not it's going to be It was originally just talked about being reconstructive surgery, not full on Tommy John.
I'm gonna look it up just to make sure, so I don't look like an idiot. But yeah,
But the Cubs are leading the MLB in runs per game right now, which is incredible. Their bats are so hot. Kyle Tucker's hot. PCA is absolutely
He's
on
scorching
fire
hot
right
right
now,
now.
dude.
Yeah.
He is on fire right now. I love seeing it. That's what I thought was going to happen this year. That's what I
you are
hoped was going
correct.
to
It's
happen.
not for sure Tommy John yet.
Okay, yeah.
But yes,
Um,
either way, he's gonna be out for the rest of the season.
yeah. But they blew that one to the Padres last night. That's a bummer. But there's always tonight.
There is always tonight. White Sox are still trash. Throw that in there. Don't talk about that.
They're playing the Athletics tonight, so that'll be two
They
trash cans playing each other.
I did think it was pretty funny though that the Red Sox reporter came in and said how the White Sox are they just find new ways to lose games every single time. The White Sox couldn't be coming up at a better time for Boston. And then the White Sox
then they
proceeded to win that series. What should I say?
And then they beat them like 16-1 one game too, right?
Yeah.
And they fucking light them up.
Yeah, they won that series 2-1. So.
Yeah.
Shout out you. You're an idiot. And there was like clips coming out after, like when they were playing. He was like sitting there. He's like, "What is going on here?" And they barely lost in the third game. He's granted because Garrett Crochet was pitching. Garrett Crochet is a freak. The White Sox should have never traded him.
Yeah.
And it was a homecoming, so he had to put on for the one time.
Yeah, of course.
Got to. He's like, "Yeah, I remember you guys traded this.
Yep.
It is what it is. It's fine."
Speaking of pitching too, and speaking of blowouts, when the Cubs blew the Dodgers out of the water, like last week on Thursday, Friday, something like that, they beat them I think that game was 16-1 as well.
Yes, it was.
So I just seen a guy yesterday tweeted out a video of Miguel Rojas because they obviously put him into pitch at the end of the game, and he was imitating Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, I saw
He was
that.
doing like the whole windup. And this guy, and I don't know who the hell he is. I tried looking at his profile and finding out who he is, but he said, "I'm sorry, but this is embarrassing as a retired MLB player. I don't know what's worse, the imitations or the earrings. Is making a mockery of our national pastime acceptable now as long as the kids are having fun?"
Oh my god.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? First off, if you're
so lame, dude.
That's why I was like, I need to find out who this is, and I cannot find. He doesn't have his name anywhere, so I don't know who this guy is. But I'm like, why are you such a whiny bitch? It's all in good fun, bro. The whole idea of the position player being out there is like the fact that, well, this game's we're getting blown out 16-1, bro. What are you we got a position player in the mound. These guys all do that shit. They all do goofy, trying to throw eephus pitches and shit. Like, he's imitating also his own former teammate. Like,
And who cares, dude? Who cares?
yeah, and basically that's really as simple as that. Who gives a
cares?
shit?
Who cares what they wear, what jewelry they have on? I don't give a crap.
That shit does bug me a little bit. Not like my uncle. My uncle's super hot about that. My uncle, who's a Sox fan, he fucking hates the White Sox. He's like, every fucking guy on that team, all their fucking 10 chains hanging off and the shirt's unbuttoned halfway and this and that. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is a little ridiculous, and I see it in football too. You see guys like Justin Jefferson wearing fucking,
It's just the way
1,000-carat diamond necklaces and shit while you're playing. It's like, come on, dude. I mean,
I get it, but this is how things are now. I mean, whatever. That doesn't really bother me. I guess the only time it would really get under my skin is like when they have like their chains out and they're batting like .086.
yeah, that doesn't help either.
I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm like, you actually look like a clown. If you're gonna flex stuff like that, like you gotta be good.
But I guess in a sense, this kind of can go back to the Ja Morant situation we were talking about, just in a vague comparison. I'm not nearly comparing like the specific event and all that, but like it's that type of shit where sports have always had a like professionalism about them. And I think that's what people get bothered about, like with the fucking guys wearing 3-4 chains hanging out and shit hanging open. Because now, like going to my cousin's Little League games, these 13 and 14-year-olds all do that shit. Now they're all fucking. The kid goes 1 for 4, but he hit a double in the game, and he's out there pounding his fucking chest at second, doing these stupid fucking moves and shit. and they all wear fucking fake chains, and they got their gold chain hanging out of their shit, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, you it's all just about trying to look cool. It's like, just play the fucking game. Like,
To a certain extent, it does get to that point. I will agree with that.
yeah, and I think that's why a lot of like old heads hate on the way that the guys look now, and in a sense, that's where I kind of like get it too. Where
Old
I'm like,
heads hate on
yeah,
everything though.
yeah, they kind of do.
They
Kind of do
on
hate everything. But then again, I feel like myself creeping towards that direction. I can only imagine the kind of shit I'll be bitching about 20 years from now. So
I think I'm just trying to get to the point where it's just like starting to care about less and less. Where it's like
yeah, I've
unless
gotten
obviously
that, but
it's like very something important. Not a political podcast. We won't get into that. But like stuff like that, where it's just like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, it doesn't really like get under my skin that much, but like you said, I think more why I think about it, I guess, and bothers me is because so many guys are doing it, and most guys that are doing it
Our ass.
are ass. Yeah, like 95% of the guys that are wearing all that crazy shit. So I would probably put 99%.
Yeah.
Like truly are ass.
Speaking of ass, Aaron Judge is the captain for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic next year. He wasn't on the team last time when the captain was Mike Trout. And obviously we remember how that ended. Team USA lost in the championship to Japan.
Which was still sick as fuck though, because we got to watch Shohei Ohtani face Mike Trout.
Yeah.
That was
They were teammates at the time.
yeah, absurd. That was so cool.
I'm actually really excited for that, dude. I am so excited. It was the Mexico hats are still fire. I'm not saying that because I'm Mexican. I'm just saying they were fire hats. And people
don't remember what they look
still
like.
wearing them. Yeah, I'll look them up for you right now. Team Mexico. Oh, maybe if I could spell it.
Did you put Team Mexican?
No, I put MEA.
Oh.
Team Mexico WBC hats. Yeah, they were fire. These ones. These were fire.
It might be because you're Mexican.
Maybe. I just think it looked cool. And like they weren't as cool. Like I feel like the Team USA hats weren't as cool. And like
They were pretty lame.
I'm a huge hat guy.
Yeah, just like a standard like blue and red, right?
Yeah, it was super basic. It looked like a little league hat.
Which I mean, of course you gotta go like red, white, and blue. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Literally,
It looks like looks like the Cherville Shock hat
that's what I'm saying. It looks like a
or
like
Cherville All Stars hat.
yeah, like a little league team hat. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, it's pretty lame.
It is pretty lame. We could definitely do better than that.
100%. But it's what it is.
Why do you think it's ass that Aaron Judge is a captain?
I just have feelings in Aaron Judge. I don't know. I feel that at times Aaron Judge can be non-existent. Kind of
Yeah.
when you need him most. It's like, where's Aaron Judge?
Well, the playoffs. Yeah, we all know the playoff.
Yeah.
Playoff Aaron Judge. I mean, there is no such thing. I think Aaron Judge in the playoffs is a mythical creature.
Yeah, it's a unicorn.
Yeah, he's like
Until
Bigfoot.
like Game 5 in the World Series, when you actually start doing something, but then it doesn't matter because you guys still lose in Game 5 and lose the World Series.
Because he drops a ball.
Yeah,
Because he literally dropped the ball.
and he was batting like 109 in the playoffs, so that's not good.
He like I think statistically, I remember correctly during the playoffs they mentioned it at one point. Like he statistically is the worst. Has the worst like highest strikeout rate of any player to make the playoff. And like I think it was like a minimum of 20 games or something like that in the playoffs. He has the highest strikeout percentage of
he's
any
just,
player to make in the playoff history.
This is the regular season god.
Yeah.
He's the regular season god.
He is a regular season god. I don't think that takes anything away from him. I think he's still incredible.
No, he's still.
He's still
extremely good.
Freak.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, it kind of sucks that he.
Speaking of freaks, real quick in baseball, Paul Skeens. Did you see his new pitch?
Yeah, I actually watched probably about 5 innings of the Nationals and Pirates game the other night.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, it has like 20 inches of run to it.
Yeah,
It's kind of insane.
and it's very slow.
Yeah, I think it was like 86, 84 or something like that.
Yeah, it's let me find a clip for you guys so I can show you. I know we've been talking about stuff and looking up stuff that you guys haven't been able to see. So let me find a clip for you. I'm just gonna type in Paul Skeens, and I'm sure it'll probably be one of the first things.
He is very good.
20 inches of horizontal break. It's the Frisbee 82 mile per hour sweeper.
Yeah.
I hope this comes up good enough on the camera for you guys, and I hope it focuses. But oh man,
You can't really see the ball much.
I know. I'm trying to. No, it needs to focus, dude. Focus, camera. It's focusing on me.
Focus! Get your head out of your ass!
I know. I needed to focus on. Maybe if I just put it closer. No.
Oh, God.
Stupid like meme stuff. Either way, you can kind of see it. I'll figure it out one day. I'll get it like on the TV. But
Yeah, it's nuts.
so, oh my God, this is just insane. Oh, did you see the slider too that he threw? The slider that he threw, the Expelliarmus slider, and the reason why it's called that is because the hitter threw his bat because he missed it so badly. He let go of his bat.
It's called the what slider?
The Expelliarmus is a joke
Expelliarmus.
because when they throw the wand. In,
I don't know.
Harry
Is that a
Potter.
Harry Potter reference.
The only reason
Okay.
why I knew that is just because they put the movie clip afterwards.
Oh,
But yeah, an 86 mile per hour slider. So this says Paul Skeens 99 mile per hour fastball and a sweeper with 20 inches of break, back to back pitches.
yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, he's actually. I mean, the Pirates finally got him a win yesterday. It's
Finally.
about time they gave him some goddamn run support. The dude pitches really, really good every game, and then they just continue to shit the bed. They almost blew it too, so they were winning. I can't remember what inning it was. It might have been the 6th inning. Yeah, it was. So it was the 6th inning. They were up 5-0 going into the 6th. And then the Pirates proceeded to do Pirates things and just play absolutely abysmal defense.
As they do.
Made like 2 errors. Paul Skeens, I don't know if it got considered an error on him. They had 4 errors in the game. I don't know if it got
It's just
considered.
not winning baseball.
No. Well, they ended up winning 10-3, but yeah, it's really bad, and this is what happens to him every time, so it's a bummer. But yeah, he threw one to first like on a pickoff move, and it made it right there. It wasn't on him at all, and the announcers were like, "And Skeens threw another one away," and I'm like, "That's not on him. Like it went right to the first baseman. It was actually not a bad throw at all, and the dude just kind of plain out missed it." So then O'Neal Cruz made an error in center field. I mean, it was like falling apart at the seams, like because at that point, like I said, they were up 5-0, and then it was 5-2, and it was like, oh shit, shit, here we go. And then they put up a 5 spot in the 8th. So,
sticking on Paul Skeens real quick, I seen this post on X. 27 starts, 196 strikeouts, 37 earned runs, which is a 2.12 ERA. No pitcher in MLB history has ever started their career like that. That good, basically.
yeah.
He's a freak.
Yeah, he's going to end up with 200 plus strikeouts probably. He's not striking out a lot of people this year. I think he's only hit like 6 or 7 in a game so far, but obviously there's a long season to go. He's going to be striking out over 200 a year.
He's a freak. He's going to be making like over 200 a year here pretty soon if he keeps this up.
Yeah, well,
It won't
not
be
from
on
the Pirates though.
Yeah, it won't be for the Pirates because they ain't got it like that.
No. And speaking of another team that's kind of shit right now that like sold the farm basically over the offseason, I don't know why. The Brewers got blown out by the Tigers yesterday, 9-1 in Milwaukee. But Tariq Skubal was dealing, dude. 9 strikeouts. He went 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 9 strikeouts.
That's insane.
But it was fucking, dude, his shit's nasty.
Yeah.
It is nasty. He's so damn good.
That is legit. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think I thought I had. Oh yeah, I seen this. It was a pretty cool video. It was actually in the Cubs and Padres game. So it's something that I've heard of before, but I never. I mean, like I've just seen like a couple. It's like a weird thing. Umpires and like how they keep track of balls and strikes in the count, like the field umpires, first base, second base, all those guys. And the first base umpire in the Cubs and Padres game keeps track of the count with black. He keeps like these black bands on his wrist, and his left hand is strikes, right hand is balls. Or no, left hand is balls, right hand is strikes,
What?
and he moves it every time like a pitch happens. So if it's over, he'll like put the band over his index finger, which means 1 strike, and then he just moves it over. Like every pitch, he just moves them over.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like it's always like 3 and 2 count. Like he just knows, and I'm like, that's actually really fucking cool. Some guy posted a video of it,
That
and I'm
is
like,
pretty cool.
that is one of. He said it's like one of the coolest ways I've seen an keep count. I'm like, yeah, that's sick.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that was all I had on baseball. Really, I don't have.
Well, let's transition to football. We got some news. We'll start off with the dark news first. The Kyron Lacey news, which is
Was that the LSU kid?
yeah. So, granted, he was already in a bad situation because of prior things that had happened. Just because I'm sure panicking and stuff like that. But I'm sure everyone's heard Kyron Lacey took his own life when running from authorities because, again, he's probably messed up in the head because of already the situation that's going on. He's trying to prepare for the NFL draft, but he's also trying to figure out if he's going to spend time in jail. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I feel like it's something that kind of should be known. But yeah, move on from that.
Yeah, I didn't look into that at all. I just seen
Yeah.
I just seen about it. I didn't like
And
read
it's,
it.
it sucks because he was really, really good. He was more than likely going to be a first-round pick. But, yeah, things happen. And almost bad things kept happening in the football world. We're going to jump to college football real quick. Colorado is retiring Shadur's and Travis Hunter's jerseys. Someone made a post that was absolutely legendary. Said 13-12 record, fire emoji. 0 conference championships, fire emoji. 93 YouTube videos, fire emoji. He said well deserved, with like the clapping hands emoji. Cornball. I can't stand this. I hate it.
Really?
Why are
I think this is just hater shit. I was looking at it too, and I'm
why
like,
are
I
they
think it's
retiring their jerseys?
just again, who have you ever heard or yourself ever paid attention to Colorado football?
I understand that, but
Like they literally put Colorado on the fucking map for college football.
Okay, I understand that, but usually players when they get their jersey retired, it's because they were good.
No, I understand
Very
like jersey
good.
retire. I do understand the joke behind like. But I mean, like these guys were good. They aren't shit. Like Travis Hunter is not shit,
Agreed.
obviously, and
I'm not
Shadur's
saying he's
not.
not.
I hate on him. He's obviously not trash. He's not the worst quarterback in college football history. He's not even close to the worst in history. But like, I understand that all that. But I think for Colorado to retire their numbers is like, yeah, for them, these guys literally put our fucking college on the map and blew up this entire team and like made us national attention, like a national team basically.
It was Dion.
And Dion, obviously, yeah, that helps a lot too.
But that kind of just like takes the integrity away of retiring a jersey. It's like, you know what? People were watching Bears games because Justin Fields was breaking running records. Let's retire his jersey. Put it in the rafters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
People started watching Bengals games because of Joe Burrow. Let's retire his jersey right now.
Nah, people were watching the Bengals, and Andy Dalton. Remember, Andy Dalton was better than Joe Burrow.
That is true. That is very true.
I mean, yeah, it's just because it's one of those things. I mean, it's a college that no one gave a shit about, knew anything about, paid attention to, not in the slightest bit. Just like there's other colleges that are out there right now that we don't even know, can't even think of a name of a shitty, like low end, shouldn't even really be in.
My biggest gripe is just as a sports fan is just, I get what you're saying, but nevertheless, I'm going to hate on it because
as
a sports fan, it's like, nice, dude. So you don't have to do anything to get, except it's a popularity contest. We were popular, so we're going to get our jerseys retired.
Yeah, and I was, it's funny because I was going to make the argument, not like an argument, but I was going to make the point of saying, like, I mean, it's kind of like Jackie Robinson. It's like how, okay, well, he was ultra famous mostly because he was like the first African American baseball player, but he was also really fucking
he
good.
was also, he was really good.
Very, very really good. But like, yeah, it's like I
was actually thinking of a counter argument in my own head right now, but like USC retired Caleb Williams' jersey, but he won a Heisman.
Well, Travis Hunter won a Heisman.
That is true. I'm
I could see retiring his
yes,
because
I
he
hate-
was fucking he was unbelievable. Both sides of the ball
The
player.
biggest
Like
thing that I hate is Shadur's jersey getting
Yeah,
retired.
that's- I was
I
gonna say.
guarantee Deion's like retire his jersey too.
and give me an extra $20 million a year.
Yeah, like God. Yeah, Travis Hunter does make sense. I mean, he was a freak athlete.
Yeah.
And then also Travis Hunter coming out and saying that if I can't play both sides of the ball in the NFL, I'm just gonna retire.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah, that's not
I
true.
know.
That is not
I'm
true.
sorry,
Get
dude,
the
I
fuck
don't
out of
care
here.
who you are. NFL executives are not going to be like, "Oh yes, we'll bow down to you." Like, yes, anything you want, so you can play for our team. We don't even know if you're going to transition well to the NFL.
The NFL will move on without anybody, and that's why I love when these guys get all fucking get on their high horse coming out of college. Like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna demand that, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that.
You got to earn your right.
It's like
You got to pay your dues just like everyone else.
even if you pay your dues, if Joe Burrow came out and started pulling some bullshit, the NFL doesn't give a fuck. They don't care. They'll be, if they have like if it had to be that way, be like, okay,
Yeah.
he's gone. Next one's gonna come up. Someone will step into your shoes. Someone will be grateful to be here. And if it ain't you, then see you later. Like, they do not give a shit who it is. They really don't.
Well,
like
I don't know. Because the Joe Burrow example, Joe Burrow obviously wanted T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
That's not the NFL though. That's him and his team. Like
Yeah.
but I'm talking like it's hard. I know it's like a bad comparison. I'm trying to think of like what you could really do in the. If Joe Burrow was on some Henry Ruggs shit, like, okay, he's just gone from the NFL now. It's like, yeah, he's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. The
Well,
NFL
Henry-
isn't going to crash and burn because Joe Burrow's gone. The same way it's not
Yeah.
going to crash and burn because Travis Hunter goes, if I can't do this, then I'm not going to play for you. It's like, okay.
Speaking
Next
of,
up.
it's just like Tennessee's quarterback, how he, they were in the NIL dispute because he wanted $4 million and he was only getting 2. Oh my God, poor guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, sitting out basically, and they're like, all right, see ya.
Yeah,
They
someone
just got
else will
rid of
step
him.
up, dude.
They're just like, see ya, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gone.
I love that. That's
I
what-
do love that. So now he's in the portal.
Yeah.
And that's obviously that is a black eye on
Mhm.
his look.
Yeah.
They're just, other schools are going to see that and be like, sheesh, this guy, he's just going to Mr. Money Grab.
Yeah.
And people were saying, like, it probably wasn't even all him. It was probably like his camp as well because they know that he's not going to be this huge success in the NFL. So they're trying to get him as much money as they can in college
Mhm.
to try to set him up.
Yeah. And like you guys have literally just been able to start getting paid and you're already going to get that greedy.
Yeah. That's
Like, it's been like 5 seconds so you guys have been able to make this kind of money and you're like, I want
And
double.
this video, dude, like I've said, the guy was like, yes, players should be played or should be paid, but they got to figure out a better way. Like right now, it's just like it's turning into a business,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
which is difficult.
Well, that's why the argument was always that they just shouldn't get paid
Yeah,
because then you just avoid all of it.
but
Just
they're
the-
making so much money off of their likeness and stuff. They're
I
making
100%
so
agree.
much money off of them.
I know I was always in that boat too, but I mean another thing is
They
like
need to be compensated in some way.
like most of these guys though, you're getting your payment is getting a free ride through fucking college for playing a game.
Most of them, not all.
Yeah,
You
no,
do-
not
you
all.
do see a lot of videos of guys like who do get these NIL deals, and they're like, you know what, I want to help my teammates out,
Mhm.
or I want to get, since I got this NIL money, I want to give him my scholarship,
Yeah. Which is and
which is
that's-
awesome. There is a good side and bad side to everything.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at. But yes, with the original point, we just like they'll leave you. They'll be like, see ya,
Pretty much.
see ya. And it was awesome. I love that Tennessee did that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love that too. I think
You guys
it's
gained a
I
fan.
think it's great. Like,
You guys gained a fan.
yeah, it's really sticking
For
to
sure.
him.
Speaking of money, the Bears extended Kyler Gordon.
That's right.
I love that. Absolutely do. So we have him, Jalen Johnson, both 25 years old.
Locked up for the next 3 years,
Yep,
right?
for the next 3 years. So the details on Kyler Gordon's extension was 3 years, $40 million. That includes 31.25 mil guaranteed. He is now the highest paid slot corner, and he will be here till 2023.
2028.
Or 2028, yeah, sorry. Dyslexia, I guess. I don't know, I'm not even dyslexic. Kyler Gordon's a dog. I love
Yes.
Kyler Gordon. I actually hated Kyler Gordon his rookie year.
I did too.
Everyone says that too. Everyone,
Yeah.
whenever you say that around someone like a Bears fan, they're like, "Yeah, I hated that guy."
Yeah, a
'Cause
lot
he
of
sucked. He was
I'd
getting
say
torched.
a lot of mistakes, a lot of just
But he was also playing outside. He wasn't playing in the nickel. Once
Yeah.
they moved into the slot, it's like he found his thing, and he can.
Yeah.
His coverage did get better.
absolutely.
But obviously, him coming off the edge and blitzing the quarterback is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he had like 6 sacks last year. I'm actually interested to see.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
Actually,
How many sacks he had?
I should just say I don't know.
Let's find out right now.
Look at that mane.
Yeah, right. What's wrong? He only had a half a sack. What? I feel like that's wrong. I mean, obviously it's not, but I feel like why did I feel like that's wrong?
That's
I feel like I remember him, getting after the QB a lot more than that. Whatever. Nevertheless,
maybe he had like 6 pressures.
could be that QB hits, or even just, I guess, coming off the edge and getting like the running back or anything like that. But either way, you see him coming off the edge a lot. It's great. And more dire news for the Cowboys. Their offseason keeps getting worse and worse. They have now lost Zach Martin and Tyron Smith.
Yeah, I did see that.
After 13 seasons, Tyron Smith says goodbye. He retires. So Dak Prescott, all those Browns rumors, honestly, they might not be so bad. Because I feel like you might be running for your life a little bit.
I don't know,
this
but
year.
their QB room is already pretty stacked.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy's a bozo.
Oh, you want to hear some bozo shit?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've probably seen it, but
Lay it on me.
yeah, the 2025 wide receiver rankings came out.
God, I did see that. I was like, who put this together?
Yes. So, I mean, I just thought of something really funny, but number 1, Jamar Chase. This is 2025 wide receiver power rankings. Top 14 wide receivers, PPR format. This is for fantasy football. Jamar Chase is number 1. Number 2, Devontae Adams.
Oh my god.
Number 3, Malik Neighbors. Number 4, Justin Jefferson. Number 5, Brian Thomas Jr. Then CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Lad McConkey, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Puka Nakua, DJ Moore. I mean, I guess if you're talking fantasy football power rankings,
Yes, I hate people that base legitness of a player, like how good a player is, off of
fantasy, yes, I 100% agree. And I just don't. I guess I could maybe agree with that list for thinking fantasy football wise, outside of still Devontae Adams being at 2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't see why
so
Devontae Adams is
crazy.
going to be at 2. I mean, I just don't. I don't get it.
I agree. It's terrible. Terrible.
And don't get me wrong, Malik Neighbors. We've seen what he did last year with no quarterback
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
he was good. He was awesome.
But like, is Russ really gonna cook up there in New York?
Dude, he might.
Is Russ gonna cook in New
I
York
actually
enough?
forgot that Russell Wilson was a Giant now. I mean, we have an episode on it, but I know that. But
Yeah, well, a lot happened. I mean, there's a lot of moves that we've both probably forgotten about.
Yeah.
I mean, Devontae Adams is on the Rams.
dude, I know. I actually got reminded of that like 2 days ago, and I'd seen a post. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he is on the Rams.
Yeah,
And
which
Cooper Kupp's on the Seahawks.
yeah, and Sam Darnold is a starting quarterback for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and Drew Lock is the
Back
backup
on the-
once again.
Yeah, back on the Seahawks. Yeah, I mean, there's, I don't know, dude. Drake London at 7 too. No one even knows if the Falcons are gonna start fucking Kirk Cousins or
Michael
Michael Penix, let alone. God, I don't. I seen that and I'm like, okay.
I'd seen. This is the last thing I got on football. I don't have much on football. I saw a video. I don't know. It reminded me of Jaden Daniels at Brandon Ike's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Jaden Daniels' mom goes with him literally.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
no, they weren't exaggerating when they said that. Like she never leaves his side.
Like she was with him at the wedding.
Yeah, 'cause she don't want no girls getting to her precious little boy. Her little crackhead
I'm honestly
Santa
starting
Claus.
Jaden Daniels. If you're listening or watching, I don't know, dude. Like, DM me if you need help. Like, it's kind of a problem. Like, in the next video you post, like, blink 3 times really fast, and then I'll send help.
Yeah, where he's gonna end up like blinking the SOS code.
Yeah.
Like Morse
Yeah,
code
Morse code.
blinking.
Dude, it's like kind of, again, I get like loving your mom and all that stuff, but it's kind of almost like to a concerning point.
It's a little weird. I've thought that too. It's very
I'm almost
weird.
kind of getting like sus of her because like, is she just like money, big events, famous people around my son?
Yeah, right. That could be it.
I mean, I'm not saying it started off as that. Yes, I'm sure she has good intentions. It's her son and all that stuff. But like,
Well, she is his manager.
yes, she is
Or his
agent.
agent.
His agent. But like, after a while, just like greed starts to really set in, and like, will it cause a problem if he does end up in a relationship or do something with it? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying any of this is like true or facts. It's just like
Speculation.
yeah,
That's
it's
all.
really just speculation. It's kind of concerning in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a little weird. I've been looking at it as that too. Like, seems kind of oddball. Like, okay, we get it. He's a mama's boy, and you love him, and you don't want anything to happen to him. Yada 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 yada. But like,
When you see like videos of him like talking to a girl and you like come and sit in between them.
yeah, it's like okay, he's a grown man, and I know you want to like. He's still really young, but also he's a grown man, and he's now starting to make his own money. And I know you're gonna try and help him. I think this is where like kind of what you were saying. Like it goes like, well, I want to help him through this journey. I want to make sure he keeps his head on his shoulders, like
Which
keeps,
is awesome.
keeps
Like,
his
good.
head
Yeah,
straight, and
yeah.
like doesn't get corrupted because of money, and like start fucking off and become Johnny Manziel basically, and like get into a stupid relationship and this and that. And it's like, yeah, that's all fine, but you can kind of do that from a distance as well. You don't have to fucking be literally hanging on his shoulder like a vulture
Yeah.
at every single thing he goes to and being like, you better not be talking to my son. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy, dude. I'm telling you, it's weird. It's just crazy.
it is strange.
It is.
It's a little overbearing.
It's odd. Yeah, I would definitely be like, dude, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, it's enough of you.
Fuck off, mom.
Yeah. You're ruining my game. Scaring him away.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have anything else for football. There really wasn't a whole lot of news period this week.
No, there really wasn't much. I didn't have much this episode, but actually,
And the NHL news-wise, at least one thing that I've found crazy interesting, for the first time in NHL history, the Rangers, Penguins, and Bruins have all missed the playoffs.
wow.
First time ever. That's crazy.
That is actually interesting.
I like couldn't believe that actually. That is like wild.
It is actually pretty wild.
But that was it on sports for me.
Yeah. I've got nothing else, guys.
Oh, I got one other thing that I seen and I thought
Yeah,
was
go ahead. I got nothing.
I thought it was funny. I just I don't know why. I think the guy's lying personally. Something doesn't add up. So a guy won a free cruise. I'm trying to think of it was a Norwegian cruise.
Okay.
He won a free cruise. He ended up getting sick with the flu while on the cruise. Spent 3 days in the sick bay of the ship, and they charged him $47,000 for his medical bills. They even took his credit card and they maxed his credit card out to like pay for some of it, which ended up being like $21,000, and they're still coming after him for the rest.
I feel like there's got to be like papers you sign before you get to that point, if that's even true.
So I watched like I actually kind of did go into this a bit because I'm like, this is so interesting. He apparently, the cruise is like, they're like, we're not wrong. They're coming out. They've said that they're not wrong. They're not admitting any fault. Like they think they're actually owed $47,000 for the medical treatment they gave him. And then this guy, and this is why I kind of think he's got to be lying, or I mean, they could be lying too, I guess, on what they did for him. But he didn't come out and say exactly what they did for him. But he's like, I mean, they want to charge me $47,000 because they took my credit card, they maxed it out, they took $21,000 from my credit card already, and they're still coming after me for the other $26,000. He's like, I mean, how expensive could it be to take care of the flu? And I'm like, well, why are you asking us? Why don't you fucking tell us what they did for you while you had the flu? You had the... I've had the flu. I've never even gone to the doctor for the flu.
No,
You had the flu and you had to go into their medical bay for 3 fucking days because it was that bad. If you had to be in a medical sick bay for 3 days, you either had way more than the flu and were really fucked up and they actually had to take serious care of you, which then therefore might have been worth... I mean, they could put whatever price they want on it because the convenience of having medical attention on a ship like that could have been life-saving if it was that bad. You're going to be charged a lot of money for that. Like, that's a big deal. But if it is just the flu, and it's like, why were you there for 3 days? Why were you in their thing for 3 days? That's what I need to know. But he never says it.
That is fishy.
Yeah, it is fishy. I'm like, this guy, I think, is playing it off, like I think he's trying to get attention draw attention to it so he can get out of paying it because he thinks it's a ridiculous cost. In my head,
that makes sense.
That's my speculation.
I would imagine they probably take insurance too. You should look into that, buddy.
$47,000. Well, the insurance company, I would have to be like, it's the flu. Like, what? This is the flu.
I mean, yeah.
What did they do for you? Fucking, like, they give you a hip replacement while you were there? I mean, what could they have done?
It's like, it turns out like one of my kidneys was failing, so they just removed it real quick.
Like, legit, what could they have done for $47,000?
They gave me it's like, oh, okay, we see the medical breakdown. Emergency, open heart surgery. They're like, huh, okay, well, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, but like, come on, dude, they're gonna charge me $250 for some emergency.
That's what I was gonna say.
Elderberry gummies, like, come on, man.
They're like Alka-Seltzer emergency. We gave him a heating pad because he had some backaches.
Yeah,
we had to give him some something to stop the diarrhea. You know, and then obviously like a bed and everything. Like you have to keep the AC on in the room. The lights, people were checking on him. We pay those people while they're checking on him. I mean, it all just kind of adds up.
Yeah.
There's no way this guy just had the flu. I just don't understand it. But
No.
I've been thinking about it a lot, which is why obviously I'm bringing it up because I did just I thought about this whole thing so much and I'm like, how could none of this makes sense? How is this in the fucking news? None of this makes sense. I just want more details. That's all. I want answers.
We need answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he probably wants some fucking answers too. It's like,
I think he's got all the answers he needs. This dude needs to pay $47K.
Yeah.
And you better start paying off that credit card, buddy. Interest is gonna start stacking.
No shit. That's the other thing. Yeah.
That's my thing. If that part's true, there's like, yeah, they just took my credit card and charged it. It's like, that seems illegal.
No, I doubt. I mean, I've never gone on a cruise, so I'm not sure how that all works. But I don't know. Maybe
Like, yeah, we're just gonna charge the card on file.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe it's like a hotel room. Like if you
But again, it's like
you destroy a hotel room, they just put it on the fucking credit card. They charge it. So like if you're on a ship,
this guy was seeking help. You would think they would be like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we put half of the cost on your credit card on file. It's like, what? Like, why would you do that? Like, you think they would probably be more professional about it. Like, how would you like to pay for this? Would you like to put it on the card on file? Like,
if I'm guessing,
yeah.
I'm leaning towards the cruise line being probably did the right thing in the sense of like they got to cover all their bases. They don't. No one wants to get sued. No company ever wants to get sued.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty good. Obviously, there are occasions that happen, but like they're really good at following all the fucking things. I'm sure they were like, "Here's the bill," and he was like, "I'm not fucking paying that," and they're like. You have to pay us.
Like, no, you're paying it.
You have to pay us this. And he's like, I'm not paying that. It's $47,000. I had the flu. And they're like, we're going to charge the card that's on file if you don't pay us. He's like, you're going to fucking have to pry the money out of my cold dead hands. And they're like, all right, well, you're going to have to pay 27% interest on $21,000 because we're maxing that out. Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. It sucks.
I would imagine that's how it went down, though. Like, there's no way
definitely.
they just secretly charged his credit card. Like,
God, he's like, I'm going Carnival next time.
yeah, well, that guy's not going on a cruise ever again, I don't think. Dude,
Yeah, just stay home, dude. Just stay home.
$21,000 on a fucking credit card, dude. You know it's got to be at like 20-something% interest rate right now. Like,
Yeah, I'd be doing
Holy
balance
moly.
transfers left and right.
yeah, I mean,
Just
looking
like
for.
trying to avoid interest like the plague.
Oh yeah, dude. I am actually might follow this to the end and see if
I
this
think you
goes
should.
to like
I
a
think you should
lawsuit
keep
and
us
like
updated on it. I mean, it'd probably be like a 10-year-long lawsuit.
yeah. Oh yeah, right.
They're
Like,
he's gonna spend more than 47,000 probably just in lawyer fees.
yeah, that's the other thing too. I mean, he's gonna have to be yeah, if he's gonna take this. Let me see what fuck. Oh wow, that's so funny. That's hilarious. Actually, this is updated. This happened a while ago. Apparently, it's funny because I just seen the video of it a couple days ago. But yeah, February 6th was the last update I'm seeing here. Okay, so the trip was on January 5th. They took a trip because I guess his girlfriend had a cancerous tumor successfully removed from her lungs.
Congrats.
Yeah, good on that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so Cameron's daughter Crystal, things took a turn for the worse when Cameron fell ill, and I just got paywalled. So,
R.I.P.
not happening. I'll figure it out. I'll find out the details, and I will definitely see what's going on with it
you'll have
because
to
I am fascinated by
Keep
it.
us updated. This is definitely something that the people need to know.
That was really funny. I mean, I was like tearing up laughing so hard at that. That's very funny.
That's awesome.
You have to pay this. Okay, here's the bill. I just think all the times I've seen that in my life where I'm like at somewhere and I'm like, I always make that joke. Me and Stephanie go out to dinner too. Like every time the bill comes, I look at it. I'm like, make a face or do something like just as a joke. But like that guy's reaction when they're like,
Yeah, it's probably nuts.
Like you wanted to sign on that line there, and you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
that's insane.
Kind of like when you go to like a auto shop with your car. It's the same shit. They were
Yeah,
like,
it's just like, wow, this is
$1,700.
Yeah.
All you did was all I asked you to do was rotate the tires. And they're like, yeah, but labor.
yeah,
You're like, what?
yeah. That's awesome. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna go make me some dinner here soon.
yeah. I got to make dinner and I got to make my food for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
Making some pasta.
pasta.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have chicken tacos tonight.
that sounds good. I'm really hungry. I didn't eat today because I ate like a piece of shit yesterday. I was craving Chips Ahoy cookies. Also, you're a freak if you like the chewy ones better than the hard ones. Just saying. That's a fact.
I think it's I like both.
Yeah, but the hard ones are better. What am I thinking? Like crunchy. What the
Yeah, I like the crunchy ones. I don't know.
the chewy ones are just not. They're not it, dude. The crunchy Chips Ahoy, that's the move. I was craving them, and I ended up because now it sure seems like they only sell them. Bought a family size package of Chips Ahoy yesterday. Came home, ate half of it as you do, and then at about 9:00 at night, I ate the other half.
Nice.
So I ate an entire package of a family size thing of Chips Ahoy. So then like today I was thinking, I'm like, I need to like not eat for a while. I'm like gonna like really limit my calories today because I was fucking 2,600 calories worth of cookies, not including the 2 glasses of whole milk that I chugged with it. So
Gotta have it.
oh yeah, gotta have that.
But alrighty, guys. As always, thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow, like, share, subscribe. Follow on X at KindEdgePod.
Comment.
And, comment. Drop a comment.
Yes.
Especially you, man. This episode was about you.
Yeah.
And as always, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks.